Assalamualaikum. Let me tell you something most divorced men will never admit out loud. Sometimes you are not making decisions from wisdom, you are making them from pain. And that is dangerous because when you are angry, hurt, exhausted, or grieving, your mind can dress up emotional reactions as the right thing. They feel urgent, justified, but many times they create damage you carry for years. So by the end of this conversation, you will know how to slow down when your emotions are screaming so you can lead instead of bleed. And I want to share something personal with you because this lesson changed how I carry myself as a man and father. Look, I'm not speaking from some perfect place. I learned this the hard way. There was a season where I was already carrying a lot: divorce, fatherhood, trying to rebuild, trying to stay steady, trying to hold myself together while still showing up for my child. Then something happened that affected me more than I expected. A text message inside the family WhatsApp group. Simple thing, right? But sometimes the deepest wounds do not come from strangers. They come from people close to you. There were comments, opinions, judgments. The feeling that maybe I was not being the father I should be. Whether they meant well or not, honestly, that is not even a point. Because when your heart is already heavy, criticism lands differently. And if I am honest with you, I was not angry first. I was hurt, deeply hurt. Inside my head, I keep thinking, you have no idea what I am carrying. Maybe you know that feeling. Wanting people to understand, wanting fairness, wanting just a little validation. So I did what many would do. I explained, defended, I clarified. The messages got longer, the emotions got heavier, and instead of peace, I only became more tired. And here is the dangerous part. When I put the phone down, the argument did not stop. It followed me. Replay, replay, replay. Every reply I wished I had sent, every sentence I wanted to fix, every way I felt misunderstood. And that is when I saw something uncomfortable. Maybe you need to hear this too. I was not fighting for justice, I was fighting for my own relief. And relief is not the same as wisdom. That hit me hard because I realized something I did not want to admit. I was defending my ego more than my reputation. Ego is sneaky. It whispers, "No, you are just explaining." But underneath, I wanted validation. I wanted people to say, "You are right." And that exhaustion finally woke me up. I realized I was tired of carrying both the divorce and the need for approval. So I made a quiet decision. Enough. Not, I do not care anymore. Not, forget everyone. No, something deeper. I told myself I will no longer abandon my peace trying to control what other people think. And that changed me. I stopped chasing understanding from people who were not living my reality. And I started focusing on the man and father Allah will question me about. That shift changed everything. And maybe this is where your rebuilding starts too. Not with proving, with pausing, because here is something I learned. When your nervous system is hijacked, do not trust your first reaction unless it is life and death. Ask yourself, is this truly urgent or am I emotionally charged? Because not everything that feels urgent is actually urgent. Sometimes your ego feels urgent. Your pain, your loneliness feels urgent. But urgency and wisdom are not the same thing. And this may sound simple, but breathing helped me more than I expected. I know some men hear this and think, it sounds soft. I used to think that too. But listen, when your chest is tight, when your jaw is tensing, your thoughts racing, your body is already in battle mode. And you cannot solve problems properly from such situation. So breathe, like inhale slowly, exhale longer, drop your shoulders, relax your jaw, your fist, your feet, your toes, your fingers, your eyebrows, your eyes. Walk if you need to. Let your body calm down before your mind tries to solve anything. Then repent by making istighfar. Astaghfirullah. Not as ritual, but as a reset. Oh Allah, do not let me act from my internal wounds. Let me act from wisdom. And remind yourself, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. That is, Allah is sufficient for me. That reminder softens the desperate need to be understood by people. And no, this does not mean becoming passive. You still lead, decide, act. But not like a wounded man reacting to everything, but like a disciplined servant of Allah. And another thing helped me. Yes, writing. Write it down. Because pain inside your head, oh boy, becomes drama. And pain on paper becomes feedback. So ask yourself, what happened? What am I feeling? What do I want to do right now? And this question, this one matters most. Is this my ego talking or my values? Because ego wants to win the moment, values protect the future, and maybe that is the real reason. And there's a lesson there. Strength is not becoming emotionless. Strength is feeling deeply and still choosing wisely. This is the man I am still becoming too. Calmer, harder to provoke, harder to manipulate, and harder to destroy. So if you are in that season right now, angry, tired, replaying conversation in your head, remember this. You do not have to respond today. You do not have to defend yourself to everyone. You only have to answer to Allah. Brother, regulate. Return to your Lord and decide. That is masculine strength. If this conversation reach you, download the Muslim Man Rebuild Playbook in the description. It is built for this exact season of rebuilding and subscribe to this channel if this resonated, and comment below. Have you ever made a decision from pain and regretted it later? What helped you break the cycle? Share with me. Yeah. Assalamualaikum.